See if everything's working. Should be, hopefully. I hope. Alrighty then. Okay, so last time on Panda Ball Z, we found a moon. Well, it's not a moon. It's an asteroid that's part of the POI. We're going to call it a moon because we can. Now, the thing that I'm running into is that I actually mined a bunch of stuff out. But as you can see, we're not getting any resources out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do an excavation to see if we can get down to the something like iron and see if there's actually iron there or not. Because I have a really bad feeling that this is going to be one of those voxel issues in Space Engineers where things don't necessarily, match up with where the reality of the game. See, I should be seeing iron by now, unless it's a really, really small amount. Oh, nope, there is iron. Okay, did we get... Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so, no resources. Okay. Which is good to know. Oh, see? They're just baiting us over here so that the pirates can beat up on us, I guess. Oh, man. Let's take the helmet off. For now, at least, which means this is actually completely useless to us as anything other than, an interesting oddity, I guess maybe the best way to say it. Oh, crud. Okay, so that means we're looking for materials then. I'm kind of curious, actually. Did this show up? Like, if we look at it with... Oh, see, that's really annoying. It actually does show up with resources. Because, I mean, technically the voxels are there. Excuse me. Seasonal allergies here. My apologies for that. What I was saying is it shows that the voxels are here, but we're not getting any resources out of them. So, yeah. Alright, let's see what you have. You look like you're a nice asteroid to be looking at. Let's see. Definitely has iron. Stone. Well, it's to be expected. Looks like there's gold on it. Not so much for platinum. Might be uranium on there. Alright. It's unfortunate. I'd like to have hollowed that out and actually used it for something other than, an interesting oddity. So alright. Let's find... It would actually be nice to find a station, like one of the actual orbital stations, so that we can try and get the suit repaired, but... do what we can with what we got, right? Alright. Alright, so... those guys over there... Check. Yeah. So we're not actually in a faction right this second. So I'm thinking Oh no, we are okay. We did set up affection. It's been a while since I've been in this save, so my apologies. Alright, so let's head this way. Oh, we'll boost our speed just a little bit. The problem we run into is basically braking speed. I'm kind of liking this asteroid. If it's got uranium on it on top of like iron, I think we'll be in a good situation because we can actually use that to build something a little bit more robust. But I'd like to have, I think I want to have a hidden, well, I don't know how much of a hidden station will be. But we need to do something to get our suit fixed. And then having an actual station somewhere allows us to do that as long as we have the materials for it. Which I'm not sure that we're going to actually get the materials from, but, you know, we'll give it a try. Hey, Jaco, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? So, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a fantastic week. Oh, the community that I live in has got basically yard work going on with all of the nice weather, and so they've been doing like tree trimming and stuff in the area, and just all this crap in the air from everybody working. Oh, all right. So see if we can find resources. I mean, this is actually kind of an interesting asteroid, especially if it does have resources on it that it's supposed to. Oh, I'm seeing iron over there. Let's go ahead and hit brakes. What we're going to do is we're going to swing ourselves around this way. Let's bring it in a nice, slow, and steady. Don't want to end up too close here. Orcs aren't in this one. This is the Leaky 02 series, so this is the one where we're in deep space and my oxygen burns ridiculously fast. Yep, there's the gold. Alright, so speaking of O2 burning ridiculously fast, let us get in here. And for those who are new to this series and haven't seen this before, let me show you just how fast when we say fast. We lose basically 5 units of oxygen every tick, and the tick is every like 1.5 seconds. So, hey Percy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So, let's... Hey, we're getting resources over here. Okay, this is good. Alright. So it is just that one asteroid then, which is fine. Let's see what else is down here. That could be... Let's get rid of that. And we've got another access here. Alright, so iron and gold are detectable from in here, so having gold right there wouldn't be bad. So I think if we expand that opening a little bit, We might be able to turn this into something. All right. So remember, I was at 100% oxygen in multiple tanks, right? We're down one complete tank and a partial another tank in that, what, minute and a half? So, yeah, we burned through O2 pretty quickly. And no worries. We're going to go refinery, drop you in there. I forgot we actually have multiple refineries on this thing. Because of that, let's move all of our scrap up here. That way, while we're processing uranium, we're okay. I need to find more uranium. I thought didn't we have some uranium local? No. All right. Well, you're now far enough away that you're not an issue for us. We need to find uranium then. Okay. So now the question is do we want to go ahead and take this place over for the interim? Maybe. I could swear one of these stones in the local cluster had uranium on it, though. Let's back up for a second. We're gonna make a GPS here for it. They're gonna be what was it? Gold and iron that we know of. There might be some other stuff on here, but that works for now. Alright, so if we point our nose that way, no, that's not the one. But that's got silicon on it, which we don't really need if we go anywhere with stone. It does have ice, though. That's actually a good thing to know. All right. Not like I'm completely bereft of ice. Oh, let's see here. And you are going to have... wait for it to update. Let's go. Let's see if it updates. That one might be too far out to see it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it update. All right. So let's see about you. It looks like we're waiting to see if we can get one of these to update here for us. That way we can take a look and see what's out there without having to fly out too far. Okay, so that one's got magnesium, silicon, which actually isn't a bad mix, but not what we're looking for. Man, I love this radio spectrometry mod. Makes the game so much more interesting. Right. There we go. Okay. So silicon looks like maybe cobalt. Man, there's the actually stone obviously. Doesn't look like it actually has iron, surprisingly. Looks like it's got nickel though. No magnesium. No silver, maybe gold. Doesn't look like platinum. Well, maybe. It might actually have platinum out there. But no ice. Okay. So that one is definitely a potential. And remember that rock, folks. That's... There we go. Okay, and then that one's going to be, looks like nickel. Most of the stuff is on that end, so iron is probably out there. Magnesium. Maybe uranium. I'm seeing a small spike on that third bar there, so maybe. We'll see. Anybody else that we can prospect from over here? I don't know if we did we check this one yet? Oh, crud. Okay. Silicon out there. Stone, obviously. Looks like... I wouldn't say gold. Maybe platinum. Looks like that one. I think we checked that one already, didn't we? Alright, so how about... Let's get a little bit of clearance and we'll check this last one. Like I said, I could swear one of these had uranium on it. And you're not uranium. Okay. Let's see. You are nickel. Anybody else? Iron. Maybe ice. Alright, so I think what we're going to do then, I think our big winner in the local cluster is going to be that guy right there. So I think that one's going to probably be our destination. Let's check. I don't think I tried checking this one. See, it's obviously easier to do this the closer you are to it. But yeah, okay. We're too far out. Which is fine. It's fine. Alright. So let's head this way. Because this one I believe had a bunch of stuff that we were liked on it, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. We'll head this way. All sorts of yummy stuff, including potentially uranium, apparently. At least on one of them, we'll see. Hey, no worries, Percy. Thanks for the encouragement, though. All right. So what we're gonna do is let's head over here. And I've had a couple of people asking for me to go ahead and build a station. You know, someplace that we can call home temporarily or semi-permanently. Which might not be a bad idea. See if we can get a full med station up and running and then hopefully repair our spacesuit. Oh, man. I don't have a welder on that, do I? Just a grinder. Yeah. Alright, so what I may need to do is make that into a jackknife. Might need to add a welder arm on that thing. We'll get there eventually. Let's get away from these guys. Surprisingly, we haven't had the junkers. So let's go ahead and get in here. And what we'll do is, like I said, we'll get a so what I'm thinking is that if we're going to build an asteroid base, I think we're going to set it up with some automation on it. So we'll have some drilling, we'll have hopefully oxygen generation. What I'll probably do is build a utility arm on this. So we'll have solar power tied in with O2 generation. That way we don't have to worry about quite so much as far as like finding ice for that for those types of concerns. But we do need to find a good power supply. So I'm either going to need to find a lot more ice, because how much do I have? So I've got 3K there. Yeah, we're getting dangerously low on ice. Oh no, never mind. I've got 500K over here. Okay. We're not as dangerously low on ice as I thought we were. So, but there's some base design ideas that I want to try out anyway. So maybe we'll do that, because with the ship we actually have an area that we can survive in. That's not a problem, but I want to have a fallback location in case the ship's destroyed, because for those who have been around long enough with this channel, you know that's probably going to happen sooner rather than later, especially if, you know, somebody shows up and I decide to pick a fight. Oh, so we still don't have a shield generator on this thing. Man, I wish we could use that little spherical blob. Would have been nice. Alright. So while we're here, where did our other stuff go? So I'm going to take a look at some of these other guys now that we're out and about, just see if we can get any of these to update. Okay, and you would be our uranium rock. We're going this way first. Oh, that's our uranium rock right there. See, I knew somebody in the local cluster had it. I just had to find him again. All right. Ah, man, our poor little ship. So for something that was cobbled together from, you know, the ruins of a space station, I have to say this little beast is actually pretty nice. Oh, man. Alright, so let's get over this way. See if we can get our speed up to at least like 50 meters a second. We'll go in this way. Alright, so our little farm area back there. I mean, it's actually a fun little ship, surprisingly. Ah, okay, so shields are online. Our batteries are actually looking pretty good. Grab this. Let's grab a quick meal. We're just gonna bring one of these over. There we go. And we're slowly but surely closing in on the asteroids. Hey Crusader, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thank you. It's oh, the link is in the description of the live stream. It's the colorful HUD, I believe, modern HUD. I'm actually really liking this HUD. I'm not using it on all of my playthroughs right now, but I think the 2 live stream series I'm using it for. And thanks. Yeah, it's we were on a space station that blew up, and basically this was, I was able to pull these pieces together from what survived of the destruction. So yeah, I was basically playing a game of Lincoln Logs or Legos. So the hydrogen tanks were part of the hydrogen array for the power systems on board, and then the refineries and storage blocks were part of in the industrial block. Entrance exams for any type of university or even like high school suck. Good luck on your studies though, man. And look at that. Look at that uranium field right there. Oh, so good. And since we can process stone into the good bits, so we're gonna go. And this is gonna be number 2, and we're gonna go uranium, because that's all I really care about over here, unless there happens to be some other just electric technician. Good luck. Electrical engineering of any kind is always interesting. Alright, so that's alright, so I'm wondering if uranium is the only thing on this rock, because I'm not really seeing anything else. Is my ore detector max range? Yeah, both ore detectors are max range. Okay. Really tiny asteroid though. I'm not thinking. Oh, let's see. Let's head out this way. Hey Silver, how you doing, man? Long time no see. You found uranium before nickel? It happens, man. The space engineers and its voxel system is rather nuts. I have seen some weird stuff spawn in here, like just because of the way that their random number generator works. Alright, so if I can go a little bit in here. Alright, so how far down is that? That far. Doesn't look like it's really expanding out any, so it is a spherical spawn, which means, looking at what we've got here, unless it's something ridiculously surprising, that's a huge uranium node. I can probably pull about 150, maybe 200K out of that. So it justifies building a base. Okay. 40 or 30 miles? Yeah. Yeah, it happens. It's just the whole thing with the asteroids because of the fact that it's all RNG now. Like, even more so than it used to be. I forgot I've got ridiculous oxygen consumption. I'm like just hanging out. Like, doo, 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 doo. Now remember, I keep refilling my tanks every time I come back in, right? Oh man. So that was 2.25 tanks for that outing. Not too bad, right? You are still processing uranium. Hey, get back here. Thank you. Alright, so let's just drop those down there. RNG this, yeah. Yeah, I love corruption mod. Corruption and orcs are two of my favorite NPC adders. The other one would be Reavers. All of them are done. The logic for all of them are done by Meredith, and the orcs specifically. Every once in a while, Fade shows up, who is the ship constructor for the orcs mod. They drop in. They were actually in the channel yesterday. But they drop in to see what was going on and to see how well we're dealing with their monstrosities. Oh, so yes, let's build a station here. Alright, let's back ourselves up just a little bit. And I want to see, what do we have for ingots here? Yeah, a crap ton of iron, that's good. That's some nickel. Decent about cobalt. We should be okay short term. So I think what we'll do is let's build a sweeping arm. Alright, so I'm thinking so if we orient ourselves this way, use alright, you know what, let's hop out. We're gonna head out, take our little utility craft out for a bit of a flight. So I want to survey the asteroid. I want to see what we're getting into here. Alright, so let's take a look this way. Alright, so alright, so that's the long, thinner arm, and that one is the more bulbous end. Let's see here. That looks like that's more uranium. Is that more uranium, really? That is crazy. That is more uranium. I take it back. This is a much more valuable asteroid than I thought it was. All right. Let me know if anybody sees anything other than uranium on this rock. Let me know. Alright. So the question is which side do we want to build ship or station on? so I'm thinking we're going to build it over on this portion of it. Now, we don't have the Nanobot Build and Repair mod installed on this save because of the nature of the save, which means we're going to have to do everything manually and slowly. So I'm thinking, alright, so you're going that way. So from a power generations perspective, it's going to be easier from this side. Because looking at the direction of travel for the sun. Here, we'll square up on it so you can see. So from this orientation, it's basically going up and slightly to our right on that orbit. It's probably a little easier to see it from this side. Alright, which means that if we put a solar panel array out here, it's going to be more uranium. Okay. It's going to be able to maintain visibility on the solar line better than on the other side. Now, the thing I don't like about this side is that we have much less stone over here. Well, we have more stone, but less actual clusters. Yeah, Space Engineers is definitely a very beautiful game. But yeah, whenever I'm trying to build a base, I always basically park somewhere and just watch to see which way the sun is moving. It just makes things easier for you long term. Alright, so let's see here. Why does it look like Bart Simpson? That's a good question. Yeah, it does kind of look like Bart Simpson, huh? Or maybe maybe a canine humanoid of some kind. Right? Am I the only one that sees that? You can, where the uranium deposit is, you can, it's kind of like the eye, and then they have the flattened snout on the front of it. And now I'm not going to be able to not see that. Hey, Fal, how you doing? The small moon is a bust. Because of the way that it was apparently whoever created that POI spawned it. None of the resources were mineable. They showed up as valid voxels, but when you tried to mine them out, it wouldn't return any resources. So it doesn't stop me from using it, but all right. And now it looks like a turtle. Okay. Oh man. Alright, so lots of uranium options here. So I'm trying to figure out, where do I want to go with this? I think, because no matter where I go, we can always run conveyors through. So I'm thinking that it's probably best. You're over there, right? So if you're over there, that means you're running on that side. So it's probably going to be best to go here. Somewhere around here. I mean, there is a nice flat spot right there. That might not be the best. That might not be the worst place to put it. All right. Do I have any plates on me? No, I don't. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say. Helps if I spell it correctly. And then that way we know that's where we're talking about. I'm going to head back, grab some plates. I'm not going to dock the ship up quite yet. That way I can use it in order to get basically recharge my O2. So let's head up here, see if we've got any plates. Hey, look at that, we do. Okay, I'm gonna grab 1,000 of those just because we can. And at some point, like I said, I'm gonna have to build a welding craft, I think. All right. Whoop. And then, like I said, what we'll do is we'll build a spire. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the very basics. And this isn't even going to be heavily armored. What color is that? That is odd. All right. Oh, I kind of like that actually. No. Oh, we're not going to get stuck in there. Let's go. All right. So if we do this, we're just going to do this really simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to do 2, 3, 4. And that's basically just trying to give myself as much room as possible. Okay. We have a mining vehicle, which means we can come over and harvest a little bit of stone. I'm basically just cleaning this up a little bit. Making it so that we can get our station starter going here. What I may do is I may actually set up a bit of a mining head in here. And then that way we can get things in place so we can actually harvest directly under the station. Alright, so that should get us a little bit better, right? And don't worry, we won't paint this thing this color. This is just while we're getting some of the basics in place so that we can actually make sure everything works out the way it needs to work out. Alright, so that's a pretty good size. So we're going to go 1, 2. You are also going to be there. Now remember, we do have the scrap mod turned on, meaning that most of the components we get if we grind things down, including frames, we don't always get the component back. We get scrap back, so makes things a little bit more challenging. What I'm thinking here is we'll do something like this. Like I said, I do have an area that I can use for habitation right now. Habitation is not a huge concern. So what I'm thinking is we'll do a plunge driller, a plunging drill here. And that'll get us started on our material gathering. And what I'll do is I'll probably set it up. Let's see here. If we go, let's grab that. So if we do something like this. No, probably don't that way. Interior plates. Interior plates would help. Alright. I should probably bring the entire ship over here, honestly. Okay, where did I park it? Ah. There it is. It's on the other side of the asteroid. That's why I can't see it. Okay. Oh, nothing like losing your ship, right? Okay. Quantum PCs would be awesome. Oh, let's not run into the ship, please. Okay, that's the front end. I can see the I can see the ore detector on it. So. Let's swing this beast around. Should be close. There we go. So we can do that, and do that. And what we'll do is we'll turn that off. We'll just bring the whole ship over. I think we'll be in a little bit better position if we do that. Sites over there. There's a whole lot of uranium on this thing, so I don't want to leave too much of it out. I know, right? Space birds. Woohoo! It's always bad when we see like little pieces of stuff sitting here on top, like just floating out there. Alright, so and we'll have this set here to where it can pull sun, so it is going to go over that way, which means okay, let's square this up so we have it like that. Looks like the sun is moving in that direction, basically in line with where we're looking at this point, so it's moving that way. So yeah, that should be good for exposure then. Ah, down to 2 bottles. Hold on. I knew I forgot something. There we go. So we're going to drop stuff off in the refinery. Okay, so that's fine. We'll actually keep those. I was going to drop some of the plates off, but it's not worth it. Okay, so let's go get the... Oh, you know what I need? I need interior plates, which I think I have. I'm fairly certain I've got some. Yeah, I do. Okay. I shouldn't need many. Alright, so if we do that, actually I'm going to need to bring this up a little bit more, and I'm going to have to drill some of this out manually, I think. But just to take a really quick look, because I'm horrible about remembering how big these things are. Okay, they are just one block. Alright, so we'd end up with that, which means we'll have to drill this down, which is fun. Apparently I got a little too close to the framework. See? These damned explosive blocks, man. So... Alright, so let's go ahead and get that in, and what we're going to do is we're going to drop... we'll keep that. Actually, you know what? Get rid of all that. We'll just grab 200 like that. Mining transport. Alright, so in order to get a drill head in here, we're going to have to carefully mine this stuff out here. So if we go like so, all right, so I'm guessing it is. Quick. Alright, what did I do with my ship? There it is. Want to have enough O2 in our tank that we can swap stuff out. Go ahead and drop that off. And we're going to grab these back. There we go. Rinse and repeat. And what we'll do is, once we have all of this figured out, I'll probably put a welding arm on the little runabout, or little utility runabout ship. Okay. And that way we can weld all of this up in pretty much one go. Inventory is full. All right. A couple of back and forth here. And then we'll throw some solar panels on here. And I think, will that get us where it needs to be? Alright, so which voxels? Alright, no, how about you now? Alright, so where is the problem at? I'm guessing here-ish. Okay, I was nowhere near the frame. Seriously, nowhere near it. So let's go ahead and drop this stuff off. The only reason I'm mad is because stuff is expensive to repair and replace on the safe. So yes, as long as you're in the suit, your O2 consumption goes up. When the helmet's open inside, like say your space station, then no. It's only when the helmet's closed. All right, so there's something blocking down here. But if you notice when I'm inside the ship's or station, one of the things that you'll notice is that my O2 will drop down to 95. Like it'll float between 95 or 96. Right, so if I take this stuff out, let's do this for a second here. And we're going to drop a block there to hold that on. Well, what we're going to do here is that. All right. Okay, so let's do it this way then. I don't want to do it this way, but okay, so it's something at this level then that's blocking. Which I'm guessing is this outcropping right here. If you ever have a situation where you can't build for some reason, yeah, so it's right there. Oh, come on! What the? What was I even near? Damn it, space engineers. Alright, come on. I swear this game's gonna drive me absolutely bat crap here. Alright, so we can do that now. And if we get ourselves out of the way. So, crap. Ugh. Quick. Head for the front of the ship. Between things exploding and the O2 consumption. Alright. Oh, let's see here. Let me catch up on chat here for a second. Hey Casey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Clang is all over me today, man. Let's go in here. So the question is will this refinery finish processing all of the scrap before the uranium? Tell you, man, it's crazy. Oh, but for talking about the O2 consumption, if you notice, I have my helmet on in a pressurized environment, and it's at 95. Right, that's where it'll always float, and it's just because of the way that Space Engineers calculates the O2 consumption. Basically, you're always one tick ahead. But if I take off the helmet, it'll fill up to 100%. So, yeah. Yeah, I think what's going on with that clearance is that it's just because of the voxels are so close. Because we used to, back in the day, be able to get away with this. What the hell? Ah, let me out of the hole! Let me go! Did I not put my tanks back in? Get me in. Let me in. Oh. Oh. Did I seriously not grab my tanks again? What the hell? Well, that was entertaining. Depends on if you have auto respawn turned on or not, I believe. So apparently I didn't grab my tanks. I could swear I brought those tanks back over. Alright, well, let's try that again. If you have auto respawn turned on and you're in the empty world, it'll respawn you in the with the default, which for the empty world is nothing. When you're setting up the game, you can, for those who don't know, when you're setting up your game, if you are in the advanced options, you can turn on and off things like the auto respawn, but you can also turn on and off the options of starting with spawn ships and things. And surprisingly, that actually carries over into the empty world start as well. So if we go this way, okay, so it's this one here. All right, let's go drop this stuff off really quick. We have a little bit more to pull out of that hole, and then we're okay. We should be okay. Yep. So that should now allow us to put the drill in. Alright. Of course, that whole thing's probably drifting away at this point. Yep. Which is fine. It's all fine. So we'll do something like that, I think. Because that should be drifting away, I believe. Which is fine. You know. So, are you... Okay, so all of you should be good. I don't know if you're actually attached or not, but we're going to do that for now. Means I should be able to take that out. We do that, that, and that. Okay. We're going to bring that up. And we did that. Did that. To that. To that. Alright. And then we just need to put some power on this thing. Actually, I'm going to see, where did our sun go out there? So yes, if we do a spire, probably do a spire off this side. Yeah. Okay. That gets us going. We'll come over here and just drop stuff off anyway. Alright, so you're going in, you go in, and you all go in. And we're almost out of O2 again, look at that. Yeah, so when you're setting up the game, there are some predefined things. If you set up the advanced settings for the respawn, you can choose whether or not to allow things like respawn ships and such. So even though the initial configuration doesn't have them in there, when you respawn, you can be given the option to have a respawn ship. What are we doing? I'll level this up first. Normally I wouldn't weld these up, but given the fact that the way that things are going, do I have anything in my queue? No. Get that, get that, that, and that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drop all this stuff off. What items couldn't be put into production? We'll find out. That's one of the things that bugs me about Space Engineers, is that instead of it defaulting to your, like if you have an assembler and a survival kit, it will go to the survival kit. It doesn't always go to the assemblers. So large steel tubes, I'm guessing. Construction components, computers, steel tubes. Steel tubes, so was it 15 steel tubes? No, not that many. There. No. Come on. Thank you. Got the last couple. There we go. Should now have everything ready to weld up. All right. And then what I generally do on these is I say, I'll do something like this usually. We're going to do these guys. We're going to do, I need steel plate. Give me steel plates. And what we're going to do is we're going to build the spire off of this. Make sure you're the only thing running. And then 30 construction components, 25 computers. So we're going to go ahead and do 100 of those. Do 100 of those just because we can. And I need 75 of these.
Energy low.
Alright. We'll head over, start welding the battery up a little bit. Because we're just waiting for parts to build. They should build pretty quickly. Let's go refill our, oh, hello. Go refill our tanks really fast. I should say our bottles. Space engineers, there's a difference between a bottle and a tank. Okay, and we're just gonna wait for parts to manufacture for a little bit. Which question, Jago? Let me see. Oh, the helmet being on. So, with the helmet on and closed in a pressurized environment, it will keep your O2 level at 95%. If the helmet's open, if it's on and open, it will keep your O2 level at 100%, as long as the environment is pressurized with O2. It's just when the helmet's closed that you see the increased consumption. And the idea being that, you know, it's, if you're in a pressurized environment, it doesn't matter, which is why it'll float at 95%. And the only reason it floats at 95% is because SE does its maintenance ticks before it does everything else. So you'll see your like O2 gets consumed and then everything else happens. And since the way that it does it on the updates, it kind of floats at 95%. Which, funny enough, doesn't impact cockpits, but I'm not quite sure why. Just something in the way that the math works with space engineers, I guess. Are you making them is the question. Alright, so yes, you are making them. Okay. Get a few more loaded up over here. And so now we're just waiting for this to finish finish crafting, and then we can build the rest of the stuff over here, and that'll get us started. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a basically a pilot hole to get into where we're going. Eventually we'll detach these things. We'll have, like, I'll put a weld pad on the one side of it so that we can merge it and then demerge it and have it merge to something else. But we'll talk about more about that when we get to that point. So now it's just shuttling parts back and forth. And so what I'm thinking is I'm thinking to take the grinder off and put a welder on. Because that way we'll be able to weld things up a little bit faster. Well, realistically, I probably could weld it faster by hand, but... and no worries, man. Alright. It's always fun getting a new base going. I'm doing for water. Go ahead and get a little bit of water in us. Now with this mod, your water is consumed roughly twice as fast as your food. So keep that in mind. You want to keep a little bit of food on you. This is the Eat, Sleep, Drink, and Repeat mod that introduces this. And so I actually have like farms and stuff. Oh, speaking of, since we're waiting for stuff to be produced anyway, let's go up and take a look at the farm for the folks who haven't seen it yet. We'll heal ourselves up. And so you have this little area up here. And this is our food production. So I also have a mod on here that requires things like food production groups like this to be in a pressurized environment to function, as well as the beds. So if you're not in a pressurized environment, you can't get into the bed. You can still get into the seats and cockpits because of the way those are defined, but the beds you can't get into because they're not pressurized. But yeah, so we have our little food production system up here, and that is all actually piped into the conveyor network. Let's just go ahead and recap that while we're waiting. What's frightening is that this actually, I've got the times 10 inventory on. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you know what? I need to refill my tanks. Or my bottles. We'll throw those in there just so we can group them all together again. Get this more loaded up. So we're just waiting for those last 20 to be done. I think what we're going to do... I don't like having floating voxels. So I'm just excavating them so that we can get rid of them. Especially these like one-off cubes. I may actually bring the drill over here and clean that up. I might actually be able to mine that. So, alright, so let's head back over here. Oh, I need 4 more. Yeah, and realistically, all this is really going to do is get us a little bit of material. But the more important thing is it's going to give us some room to build. Because once we're down a bit, I can actually start building our base. All right. Okay. That's online. And I think what we're going to do... How do I want to do this? That's what one. So if we do something like this. I need steel plates. I dropped off all my steel plates. Which means that'll... Okay. That's fine. Right, so first things first, refill our bottles. I told you. So it's this O2 consumption is crazy. Yeah, stray voxels are honestly probably one of the worst things in Space Engineers terrain generation. They just really are nothing but problems. So if we go, what was I doing? We go like that. To there. Okay, so that means we can get away with, actually, not that I'm having resource issues, but I do think cutting down on the amount of stuff that we need, at least short term, is going to be better than not. Alright. We can tie all this together now. Like I said, this is really going to be just a we need something to get the resources. So don't read too much into what we're doing here. That's going to be the corner there, so that means it's probably going to go like so. So something like that, maybe. I'll turn my light on so you can see. So you end up with that. And one more on this side. There you go. And once it's done and welded up, it should be airtight. At least in theory. We'll see how it actually works, right? So we do that. That. And you are going to go... Actually, how did I do that before? Oh yeah, that's right. What was it? It was This one. And we should be able to do one more over here. Ah, crap. Ah, quick. Let me in. Oh. Trying to get this stuff done. Yeah, thanks, Silver. Appreciate it. Why am I not using half slabs? I could, but I've got... Iron is the one thing that I have a ridiculous amount of. I've got almost, what, like 500k or something like that? 480k of iron. So the steel plates I'm not worried about. It's the rest of the stuff that I panic. Let's drop that off. And so yeah, so just to give you an idea, we're 553k, so not a huge issue right this second. You go over that way. And we're about to get a whole lot more, so I'm really not that worried about it. Before I forget, O2 bottles, please. Basically, each one of these bottles is like a minute of oxygen. I think it's the roughly the rate at which it consumes. So we do that. To that. To that. And we can rinse and repeat this. Set everything. Oh, this side. There you go. And that should be most of it. Now the question is do I want, yeah, so we're gonna have the door on this side. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna have the door, actually, you know what? No, let's have the door here. And I think I have, yeah, I do have rotary airlocks. Okay. Those are kind of expensive, but yeah. So we'll do that. And then in here, we'll do windows up, basically just closing that in. It actually might be entertaining to do this. What do I need for those? Interior plates and girders. So I'm thinking of doing something like that with the regular windows. Alright, let's grab some girders. I know I have girders, so figure if we're gonna do silly stuff, let's do some silly stuff, right? I probably should have filled my O2 tanks, but that's okay. So we're gonna have, thank you space engineers for scaring the crap out of me. All right, so we're gonna do that. to there, to there. And we're going to do the same to there. And I want all of these basically to sit in the same direction. So I could actually do them this way. But I think we're going to do them... do I want to do them that way? I don't know if that would actually be airtight. I think I have to do it this way for it to be airtight. Oh, crud. I mean, I could... Okay, so if we did it that way... I could do that. See, I like the idea of having them the other way, because then... these pieces don't stick out quite that much, but having them actually done this way. Might not be a bad idea either. Alright, so... So we could do that. And then maybe put like an offset door on one side so that we can actually get into them if we need to. All right. That's pretty rough, Casey. Ah, crap. Yeah, I got distracted. Let's get our health back here. I keep letting myself get distracted. Oh, man. Okay, so... I need to put an O2 generator over there. Let's see here. So if we go into plates, how much silicon do I have? I've got about 10K silicon. And these guys require 25 per, so it's 75, 150, 300. And then it's going to be another 25 each, so another 150, 225, so 525, is that right? So that should be enough. And we'll have a little bit of extra. All right. Yeah, I had thought about that, Silver. With the way that the blocks sit, though, I don't want to have that little gap in there. I mean, if I put them together, I guess I could have it set with corner lights. That could be a thing. And thanks for the moderation on that, Silver. Appreciate it. For those who don't know, Silver does have moderation status. So I'm not the one filtering stuff, and neither is Silver. YouTube is auto filtering crap, so we don't have a whole lot of say in what they're catching. So just be careful. Alright, so We do that. That. And over here, we're gonna do 2x1. And like I said, I think I'm gonna put a door. I might do an offset door here and basically have it. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just do the window. So. I would do 1x1s. Oh, that's not the one I want. But that might be the one I want, but that's not the. That wasn't the block I wanted to grab. Okay. There we go. I'm probably going to put a window in there. I don't know yet. Okay, so that's all in here. Yeah, okay, that should work. So I need, we've got the windows being built. Should have the plates already. The girder, we'll need to make girders. And lots of metal plates. So add that. Okay. Let's see here. Well, the channel moderation stuff that I have, the folks who have moderator access on the channel, I think everybody knows I'm pretty relaxed about things that get said. So, like I said, it's a lot of times it's YouTube grabbing stuff, not us. Which is why I was saying, you know, if someone's trying to say something, you see hit moderation. It wasn't us that made that determination. That was YouTube. So let's drop all that stuff off. So we should have enough. Actually, production. You're making a bunch of windows, which is fine. We're gonna queue up. Actually, go to the other assembler for this. Sheesh, that's expensive. Anyway. Hey Jack, how you doing? Yeah, it's not, that isn't really being built for habitation, like long-term habitation, yet. It will change eventually. Yeah. So right now, it's just basically an extraction area to get us going on the base. And I don't know if I'm gonna. Do I want to put any windows in? Oh, I want to check our nighttime angle here. Alright, so yes, if I bring this out, looks like 5 blocks. Grab some plates really quick. So I'm going to say happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day thus far. What we are planning here is, let's grab we're actually going to replace this with a full block. Yeah, and then we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see how we're just catching the edge of that? So I'm going to go 5. And I think, yeah, that should work. All right, now we're going to do, I'm going to pull a little stunt here. Now I need to go grab some plates because I dropped off my plates. My interior plates, rather. And so let me show you what we're planning on here. There we go. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a conveyor junction in, and then we're going to run this down. Which takes us into there. Actually, I do want to take this out. I thought so. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a conveyor junction there. And then we are going to do the conveyor air vent right here. Which in theory should work. And we're going to do 2x1 window. Which then goes like so. Now to get us O2 in here, again, in theory, because what I'm going to do, actually, don't do it here. Yeah, I think we can get away with it here. So what we'll do is we'll do that. And that. All right. Yeah, we'll do it that way. It's fine. So I have an O2 tank on that side. And we're going to leave this one open right now. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to put an advanced rotor set in. Let's get rid of that stuff for now. So let's grab advanced rotor, and then we'll grab my conveyor blocks back. All right, so we'll have our advanced rotor that comes through. We'll have a conveyor block there. And then we're going to do, is that going to clear? That should clear. Okay. We'll do that. Now the reason we're doing this is because we're going to have these set up. Let's go here. 1, 2. Ah, crap. I need to remember I get about 4 minutes of airtime. Thanks, Silver. Yeah, Django, I could. Hopefully it'll make sense when we're a little further along. Right now it's still a little rough. And I'm more worried about just getting the functionality in over the fashion right now. Like I said, once we actually have everything up and running, we'll detail it out a little bit. Alright, so I'm gonna do through. So I want that to be. Actually, do I want to put a conveyor block in there first and then take it out? I think I'm going to do that because that'll give me something to attach stuff to. Two, three, four, right? Two. So it'll be there. Okay, I'm not doing that. To there. Okay. So what we're going to do is have you up 1, 2. Alright. And like I said, hopefully this all makes sense in a second. I know it won't make a whole lot of sense right this moment, but... Okay. So what we're going to end up with up here, let's get that out of here. We're going to grab my walkways. Quite possibly my favorite solar farm block, and those require construction components. Let's grab. I know I haven't got them. Thought I had them. Did we? No, we couldn't have. There we go. I was gonna say, I know we've got some. I got turned around. Look for the asteroid. Alright. And that might end up being closer than I want it to be. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that out then. And we will do this over here. Which should, in theory, be okay. We'll find out shortly. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of that for right this second. We're gonna go like so. You're actually up there. So, and then that allows us to continue it out either way. Now we're going to go down here. We're going to basically repeat what we have up on the top portion. There we go. And then we can take these guys and we go, come on, there we go. And that and that. We're going to repeat this. And for those who do not know, there's a little exploit with solar panels in Space Engineers. Since they're offset, you can put them back to back, and they count as a single solar panel for space, even though they take up blocks. Because normally, if you have blocks in front of the solar panel, it decreases the amount of solar energy, like the amount of power that the solar panel will generate. When you put them back to back, it ignores that rule. Sometimes when you do them on opposing faces, it ignores it too, but this is the easy way that consistently allows you to basically double your power input inside the same footprint. Alright, need to go drop off. Pick those back up. Head out, rinse and repeat. And then what we'll wind up doing is putting a solar, we'll put the solar monitoring script in. And we'll have O2 farms at the ends of these. So now instead of having just 4 solar panels in that space, we actually have 8. Now we're going to do basically the same thing on the other side. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we're going to go 2 and 1. And 1. Okay. We need more construction components. Maybe like 1,000 of those, please. We're going to use a bunch of them. Yes, we are. ISA's solar script is amazing. There's a couple of them out there now. That's still probably the best one that I've seen. Like just for the simple ease of configuring. And now we're just going to rinse and repeat the same thing we did before with the solar panels. So this is a easy and somewhat inexpensive way to build solar panel arrays with a little bit of detail in them. All right. And then we're going to go farm. I want the O2 farm. And like I said, these are basically just going to get plunked down on here. And I missed the old solar farms. I want to make sure those are actually facing the right way. There you go. And that will be our farm system. Okay. Well, that's done. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add. That should be 8. And we're just going to go ahead and tell Space Engineer, or the system, to queue up a bunch of these. Actually, you know what? We can do it the easy way. Go into Assembler. Actually, Assembler 2. You're producing those. So yeah, we'll do assembler. Go in here. I want it to produce 10 of those. You know what? We'll have it produce 20, just because we can. And then I want advanced rotors. We want 3 of those. There we go. Want 3 of those, and then what else do we need? Conveyor stuff, right? We're just going to go ahead and queue up 10 of those worth, and we want 10, 20, 30 of those. Should be good. And then we just wait for everything to finish processing. Ah, crap. Didn't I just have... I thought I had 2 tanks left. I just looked at it. All right. Thanks for stopping in, Jago. Hope you have a fantastic night and safe trip, man. Hey, Thomas. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on your time zone. Let's go ahead and get in here. Oh, this would be so much easier if we had Bob installed. Oh, so we'll drop all of this stuff off. Okay, so actually I need plates. Give me 10 of those and 10 of those, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the grinder off of our little utility craft. We're actually going to go flip the switchblade on him. Alright, so we want to flip the switchblade. That's going to come out. That was a grinder. And we want the welder instead. I'm actually going to take all this stuff off of here. What we're going to end up doing is transferring a bunch of stuff over into the cargo container here. Let's see that. And actually we want all the stuff coming out of the assemblers are going to come in and go over here. And so what we're going to do then is wait for this stuff to finish producing, and then we'll get all of that welded up. While we're waiting, you know what? I'm going to have to do this anyway. You want block tools, we want the welder. There we go. Does this thing still have a little indicator on it? Oh, no, I can't tell. Let's detach that for a second. There we go. Yes, it does still have the little lights on it. Okay. Just making sure. It wouldn't be the first time something changed and I hadn't seen it. Oh, the smart rollers one. Yeah, those are... That is actually a fun mod. The smart rotors solar. Alright, so we're going to hang out here for a second. Wait for the assemblers to catch up. There we go. So basically this is what we're waiting for to process out. That's going to take me quite a bit of time, actually, looking at it. Oh, so what I may do is we are sitting at just over 2 hours on this stream. So I think we're going to call this one here while I wait for this stuff to produce. When we come back next time, I don't know if I'm just going to go ahead and weld this stuff up between now and next week, or if we should just do it on camera. Because I'm trying not to do too much progression in between the sessions on this one, since it is such a focused extreme survival. I don't want anybody thinking that we're taking shortcuts in between the episodes or anything like that. So what I'll probably do is just let this stuff progress as far as production is concerned, and then I'll save the weld up and everything for when we come back next week. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you and almost dying multiple times. Oh, I hope you have a fantastic week. If you enjoyed it, you know the routines around this place, right? Hopefully we'll see you back here on Friday. I'm not actually going to do a live stream. I'm taking the day off. But what I'll do is I'll try and get some pre-recorded stuff done for the other series that we're doing as a live stream. Because that one, I think we're just basically welding up the ship on that side. So I'm going to take Friday off. I'll probably throw something together for y'all on Space Engineers related. But normally we do the normal survival series Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We start around 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, for those who are playing along at home. If you're overseas, we are on GMT -8, just for timeline or time zone comparisons for those who are interested. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything Space Engineers. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for stopping in. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. And have a fantastic week, everyone.